right, and welcome everyone to session 5 of Salvaged Destiny, a Mechwarrior Destiny actual play. We're excited to be here. It's some things have happened. We're doing a little bit of a time jump forward, and things are not looking great for Kentares IV and the Delta Company, unfortunately. But you know what? With tragedy, it breeds opportunity. At least that's what I keep telling myself as I destroy these beautiful role players' lives. But I digress. Let's go over and actually talk with them and hear a little bit about who they are and what characters they're playing. And then we'll get this session started. And as is tradition, we're going to start with Lawrence and take it from there.
All right. Hi, I'm Hourly B. Anders, but I'm playing Lawrence, the sort of Lyran part of this four-member Lance. Hopefully not gonna die, but we'll see how that pans out.
Fingers crossed.
And yeah.
Willow, you're up next.
Hello, everyone. I'm Willow. Sorry if I sound a little rough. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Or I'm Strom, not Willow. I'm playing Willow, the likable but also hateable asshole of the Lance.
Mm-hmm. Cyprian?
Hi, I'm Steve. I'll be playing Cyprian, who is the thinker, the tinkerer, more comfortable probably repairing mechs and messing around with the mechs than actually piloting them, but that's what he's going to be doing.
Beautiful. And last, but certainly not least,
I don't know, maybe least.
we'll see.
Could be. Hey guys, yeah, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Callum Van Buren. He is a war orphan of the clan invasions from the Free Rosselhag Republic, currently residing on Kentares IV, and the bushwhacking forward scout of the Company A.
Absolutely brilliant. And of course, I am Darewolf, the Game Master, and I'm just, as always, excited to be here with 4 of my friends playing some RPGs. But we're going to open our scene with an intro from none other than Cyprian. And please, take it away, good sir.
After our first outing as a squad in full combat situation, we seem to have gelled well together. Willow, for all his bravado, seems remarkably cool under pressure. Pretty surprising for the son of an office worker, but hey. Lawrence is certainly gifted, and it seems like his whole mech becomes an extension of him. He even fights like he does on the ground. Callum is almost sly in the way that he engages the enemy, flanking maneuvers, hit and run tactics. If he ever ends up talking to my dad, they're going to end up drinking the entire mess room cabinet dry. I tried to live up to expectations, but the first useful thing that I did got my mech half blown to pieces. Dina moaned about it for days, but at least she did it while repairing the damage. I don't know if I should tell my dad about the stupid decision or not. He'll probably just chew my ear off for telling and tell me all the things that I did wrong. I just don't have the time or the patience to listen to his war story lessons right now. We need to ensure that the base supplies are accounted for. We may need to be self-sufficient fairly soon at the rate of decline in the command hierarchy. The sergeant has this thing. He says that Lawrence can't be trusted, but he lost a lot of my respect recently with his whole talk of every man for themselves. I mean, who talks like that? I thought he was a veteran. Lawrence was shooting at the right targets in the last deployment, so that's what matters right now. Anything else is secondary given these reports on TV. The techs seem fairly well organized, but lack a cohesive command structure. Something needs to be directing them to the most urgent requirements, and they still operate as individuals rather than a single cohesive unit. Although they aren't pilots, they need to think like a team in just the same way. I need to ensure that Mum gets here safe, and those 2 kids as well. We owe it to ourselves to protect society as much as we do the Duke, and without the people to make up society, what purpose does the Duke really have? I hope Father can get them here, as long as he can get that ride working. It should be fine though. How much can he have broken it since the last time I fixed it up for him? I'm worried. The team interrogated that prisoner, but I didn't like the look in his eyes. Cold, dead, like resignation, or as though he knew something that we just didn't. We just need to make sure that everybody's safe, or at least as safe as we can. We're not far out from the city. It might be worth putting some small sentry posts up, directing refugees to safety with us or something. The sergeant probably won't like it, and Dad would say something like, keep your mind focused on the mission. We're not here to be a charity. But what if we are? I couldn't look at myself in the mirror knowing that we didn't do everything that we could to save as many as we can. Damn this stupid hierarchical system. I hope this war destroys it all and we can rebuild society in some kind of anarcho-syndicalist community and get rid of all this imperialist society perpetuated over the generations.
First off, well fucking done, Steve. That was fantastic. I am actually going to give you an extra edge. Actually, I'm going to give you 2 edge and everyone else 1 edge, because that was absolutely brilliant, man. Like, well done. That was great. Fuck, that was great, dude. That was really good, man. I need a moment to breathe. That got me all jittery. It was great. But we are going to open our scene with all of you having just been in Delta Company base in the mess hall, and you've been watching a broadcast, and on the broadcast you saw Duke Eric Desari, and he was making some statements, some proclamations about the unauthorized and illegal actions of the Archon, as well as the illegal actions of the Archon's war dogs, as he puts it. The 5th Donegal Guards is what it is. And the reports that you have seen and heard from the capital, from other military organizations around the planet, is that a full battalion and a half of mechs have been deployed on the planet, and their main goal is to quell the discontent on Kentares. And I don't have to spell it out for you what that quell with a capital Q means. With that being said, what is perhaps even more disturbing is that there have been additional reports that members of the military, the Kentares military, are fighting one another. That there has been a complete and total breakdown of the command structure of the organization. And to comment and to liken it to what Cyprian had just said in his opening log there, it seems like it's every man for himself. So we open our scene with all of you in the mess hall of Delta Company. You've just watched as the television has cut out and the power flickers, goes out for about 10 seconds, and then you hear the backup generators kick on and the lights tick, 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 tick. Those luminescent, long, tube light bulbs up in the ceiling flicker on. You see the flash, and then it is all matched with distant explosions that sound like very, very large rounds, either artillery shells or just big bombs, and it's in the direction of the capital. As that happens, there is also a shout for Delta Company to fall in, and it is from the good Sergeant Gerard, who is standing in the mech bay, and he is fully decked out in a Mechwarrior suit. He's got his helmet underneath his arm, and he is ordering everyone to make their way into the mech bay. And as all of you shuffle out, you notice that each of your mech bays, your light mechs, each of those bays are actually currently empty. And out of the garage, kind of maybe 100 to 200 feet away from you all, you actually see a row of different mechs. You see a Centurion, a Hellhound, a Griffin, a Stormclaw, and you also see an Atlas. They're all positioned outside, kind of in a little row. And as you all fall in, you get the feeling that there is a worried look on the sergeant's face, but it is slightly hidden between this very aggressive determination. It's strange. He is both nervous, but he's doing his best to hide it. And as you all fall in front of him, he switches his helmet from under one arm to the other, kind of readies himself. Good morning, Delta Company. It's, well, things have gone to shit. I don't know how to put this lightly. So I'm just going to come out and say it. The capital has fallen, and the palace has been overrun. I know what your next questions are going to be. I know what you're going to ask, and I don't have those answers. I don't know of Yinny, Alan, Helen, George. I don't know if they're still alive or if they fell in the attack. But the entire planet is at war with itself. And in this moment, we have a choice to make. Both as a company, but more importantly, as people with freedom of choice. As individuals. Do we stay and fight? Or do we leave to fight another day? And he lets that question linger in the air for a moment.
Respectfully, sir, if the planet falls and the Duke is killed, we don't get a pension.
He nods.
Cyprian's going to sort of lean forward from his stood to attention, sort of in rank, and go, slightly more important things right now than pension. If everything goes to shit, there isn't even going to be a financial system for you to get a pension.
It's a big galaxy.
Lawrence is gonna kind of tapping on his mech helmet. He's gonna say, "Are there any civilians that we can help get out of system?"
He nods his head. Yes.
Then we help them get out, and then we regroup with friendly forces. I'm assuming we're going to ally with Davian leadership at this point. But we go to friendly forces and we regroup. If the capital's fallen, there's not much that we can do to reclaim it unless we get a lot more mechs and a lot more supplies behind us. We just run over there now, we are effectively entering into a wolf's den with sausages strapped to our chest.
And if we stay here, they can just shell us.
Exactly. We have to get out of the system. I hate to say it, but staying here does not promise anything but a quick end.
Oh. That sounds like 2 for and 1 against. And he looks to Callum.
Well, whatever we do here, there's nothing that I can do either way by myself.
I think it's
So-
important that we know, is the capital, is the palace still under siege, or is the siege over? Have they made any proclamations? Have they said they've killed or captured the Duke?
Sargent shakes his head slowly. At this point, I don't have those answers, Willow.
GM, the broadcast that we just watched from, the Duke's proclamation, is that like a repeat of an old message? Okay.
And I'm assuming that these are domestic terrorists, not mechs on the capital. It says civil revolt.
No,
No, this is invasion.
this is an invasion.
Catherine Steiner's forces are on the planet. They're taking over because they see her as rightful ruler of the Federated Commonwealth.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, gentlemen. I couldn't give two rat's asses about either Davian or Steiner.
So then you have every single reason to want to get off the planet. Speaking plainly, there is no point to stay here outside of a guerrilla war.
I agree.
And
If there's no point in us charging into the capital blindly, that would be
And
suicide.
we're mech warriors. We're not guerrillas. We're not infantry. There's no guerrilla mech war. We either go in or we don't. And
Yeah.
right now, if we march into the capital and they do have the Duke, there's every possibility that we could be inadvertently responsible for his death.
right now, I still say that the only thing we have to make sure is that we get civilians off the planet, keep them
They
safe.
don't, Lawrence, they
And
don't
then-
care about the civilians.
Not at all. The only
All the
thing
more
that they
reason
were
that we can gather up as many of them as possible,
And with
at
that
least save them the
statement,
barbarism.
I'd like to just, for a moment, Cyprian, I'd like us to fade back to about a week prior to these events. We watch as just the scene fades. We do a little bit of a flashback. Whoa, 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 whoa. And we see you where, and you had mentioned you had contacted your father. Yes, like that, exactly, Aaron, like this. You'd contacted your father. Where would you have made this phone call, message? Would you have gone to see him personally? What would you have done?
He would have just contacted him direct on a secure link from either his quarters or from the security office.
So we pick up the conversation kind of midway through, where you've made this statement that, you know, Dad, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so correct me if I say anything wrong, but Father, things are going to shit. We have to make plans to get you off planet. You know, anyone in the military, they're going to be targeted, right? Even ex-military. We need to go off planet. So we pick up that conversation, and you have the phone up to your ear, and you can hear this. Whenever your father gets frustrated, there's a pause, and then there's a deep inhale of breath, and you can hear it. It's very audible. It's a, you expect me, son, to run like a coward, like a yellow-bellied coward?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Just get Mum, get those 2 civvies that I sent across, get in the Jeep, and just get across here.
I have fought too damn
Everything-
hard
I
and
don't
too damn
care.
long to just simply give up everything that I've built here on this planet. If the Duke needs me, we stand with the Duke. We stand with the rightful rulers of this planet. How dare you? How dare you ask me to throw away and run and leave it? You know how your mother is. She can't travel. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I thought you had learned something in the academy. I thought you had grown not only as a mech warrior, but as a man. And then there's that exhale of breath. And that's when your father has, like, said his piece, and he's starting to put up that, it's like a wall. It's an emotional wall that he puts up. And I'm curious, how does Cyprian respond?
He's just gonna say, "Are we done now? Are we finished with the ranting? Can you just go and pack the bags? And if you want to stay there and be executed by the invaders, then that's very much on you. Everything has gone to shit. You must have seen the news. You must have seen the explosions. They're rolling up artillery and mechs into the city. What are you planning to do? Get an auto pistol and go and take on the mechs yourself? Just get in the Jeep, pack your stuff, and get over here. We'll either make our last stand at the base, or we'll get off planet and save ourselves. Either way, you're not going to be able to do much sat in an apartment block."
you can hear your father breathing on the other side of the phone. It's a kind of a shallow breathing. You can hear through his breaths, very methodical, very almost rhythmic. He's thinking. He's thinking about how he wants to respond to you. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have you roll negotiations. And we're going to see how well you do in this moment. And if you don't have negotiations, you're just going to roll 2d6 plus charisma plus charisma. Meter beat! Ah! That's crazy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream in everyone's ear, but that's fantastic. So it's meat. It's meat or beat. So you hear your father draw in that breath, but it's that shallower breath. It's that breath when, and it's only happened maybe twice in your history, and since you've known your father since you were born, where he has agreed with you on something that moments before he was so vehemently against. I'll get your mother packed, and we'll meet you at the base. And then you just hear the phone click as he sets it down. And then we're gonna fade back to the moment. And Cyprian was actually just making a comment. I don't know if you recall exactly what you were saying, but I'd like to give you a moment to either finish that or we can pass the scene off to someone else as well.
He was just agreeing with Lawrence's original that we need to get as many civilians off planet and safe as possible.
Perfect.
But Cyprian, Lawrence, all due respect, won't dragging a train of civilians behind or with 5 military targets put them in more danger than if they just stayed put?
Depends how accurate the artillery is.
Depends
They
how
are
many
shelling
they're
the entire
pursuing.
city.
Depends on how if they're pursuing us as a target. We can also simply oversee evacuation. We don't have to have them loaded onto military craft. I know that this is total war. I know that they're going to be coming after us as well. So
at this moment, you see one of the mech techs. You see Richie come up to the sergeant, and he's not whispering. He's not being quiet. He goes, "Sarge, we got everything packed up. How far away did you say this airbase was?" Sarge raises a hand just to kind of hush him for a second. "Good job, Richie. Just get in the pack rat. Get everyone loaded up. Just do one final quick scan. One final quick check. Make sure we've got everything we need. Just, I'll let you know. I'll give you the coordinates here shortly." And he turns back. "I've arranged for 2 civilian dropships to get us off planet. If my gut is correct in this small airfield near us should be well off the radar of any of her forces. The plan right now is we make a break for it. We load up, we get off planet, we head somewhere else in the system, we regroup, and we figure out where to go from there. But at this point, I think we all are in agreement. If we stay, we die.
Yeah,
I see
dying's
no
not good for
honor.
my health.
I see no honor in dying unnecessarily. We have to find support so we can come back and kick these assholes off our planet."
I agree. Dying is not good for my health.
Well, I'm sure you've all seen the new toys I've got for you outside. I was able to, well, reconnoiter a few upgrades for you all. And you would each see your new and improved mech lance. I believe you all spent some XP to get a couple of better mechs. We've got the Stormcrow, Stormcrow.
Stormcrow.
All right, I spelled that wrong. Stormcrow, Crow. We've got a Griffin, We've got a Hellhound Prime and a Centurion with a AC-20 because Willow just wants to positively blow everything up with one shot. I love it. So, did anyone else, and I want to just leave the floor open, over the last, say, 10 days to 2 weeks, were there any other scenes, conversations that you feel would be pertinent, either for you as a character, between you and an NPC, between you and another player? I'd like to give everyone a chance to kind of do a little bit of filler of these past scenes as well.
Willow would, for the first time since getting to start his mech pilot training, would look up the current events on Olancha.
Okay. 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 And what specifically would you
Just,
be looking for?
What the political situation is like, what the military occupation, if there is one, with that, what that's like,
Mhm.
where they fall on the Steiner-Davian line, more or less.
So at this point in the history, they are currently aligned with the Federated Commonwealth. And the Duchess of that particular planet is very neutral about everything, but has tendencies and leanings towards Catherine. It seems to be that almost like the ruler of that planet is just kind of waiting to see how it plays out, and is sort of playing both sides. So it's been a little back and forth, but with rumors and some of these new reports that Catherine is starting to solidify power, and that there is some civil war is breaking out between the two major powers. They're starting to lean more towards Catherine in this moment. But other than that, it's all, pretty generic stuff. Nothing incredibly specific, unless you, Willow, want to look for information on anyone in particular.
Yeah, after getting the broad information, he will check back about 3 or 4 months to see if any of the any of the names of the largest like criminal organizations come up as either just in any way.
Let's roll you a
Caught, not caught.
streetwise. Let's actually roll you a streetwise. I'm going to set this DC here real quick. It's an 8. It's terrible, but that's how I roll. That's fine.
All right, I just need to not roll a 1 and a 2. Skill check. Submit.
Okay,
All right.
so you actually do pick up some information between about two different organizations that appear to be vying for power on the planet, and one of them is known by the name of I think it's the Triarch. How do I pronounce that? I want to make sure I don't screw that up from your backstory, Willow. Did I lose you?
I'm muted.
Oh, as is tradition. Excellent.
It is Triarch.
The Triarch, and then a kind of generic sounding organization called the Corporation. And it appears that these two powers have been struggling. And what's interesting is the Duchess of this planet is not really doing anything about it. She is like Switzerland, just true neutral, right down the middle, letting them play it out. But there's a particular name, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone else, but there is one particular name that is mentioned, and this name should have a very intense impact when Willow reads it. And I'm curious, I think you know who I'm referencing. How does Willow react when that name comes up?
Does the name start with a P?
It does.
Oh.
The report states that they were found dead.
Willow will do a double take. And then upon reading it, will shut everything down and just go up and take a walk.
Okay. And as you take a walk, I'd like you to roll me 2d6. Just 2d6 really quick. Excellent. As you're walking out of your I'd say you were probably in your suite at this point. As you're walking out, you actually bump into, walking down the hallway at this moment, you would actually bump into Lawrence. And Lawrence, what would you be doing? This was about a week or so ago. You were just, maybe you were by some of the Mechwarrior, rooms, as it were. What were you doing in this moment?
I think Lawrence would be looking up news specifically on what the situation in Robinson is.
Okay. You actually bump into Willow as he is coming out of his bay. And I'm curious if you guys just pass each other, or do you have a conversation in this moment?
It should be noted that it is literal when Willow bumps into you. And it looks like Willow isn't really seeing you. He is looking out through the base, the walls of the base. Seems like he's really like almost shell shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I will turn off the data pad on any news from Robinson and then walk up to Willow, and Lawrence will go, is everything all right, Willow?
Yeah. What could be the problem? We're just in the middle of a civil war. No big deal. Just take it easy, big guy. And he'll pat you on the shoulder and start to walk off.
I will not stop Willow because I get the sense that he needs time to go through it himself before he wants to share.
Nice. I'd like to follow you for a moment as you are looking up information on Robinson, specifically the one habitable world. I assume Robinson 3 is the one you'd be looking up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
I believe
so that is the provincial capital of the Federated Suns in this area, the Federated Commonwealth at the time. And what specifically would you be looking up? Any particular information, just the overall climate of the planet, political climate? What would you be looking for?
I'm looking specifically at the Lyran outpost on there, the 10th Lyran Guard outpost.
Okay. 10th Lyran Guard.
I believe it's the 10th. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. I'm looking it up. You're testing my battletech knowledge, which is limited at best. So, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You tell me, what does Lawrence discover when he looks that up? You tell me.
He's going to discover that the I don't know the highest level of leadership for a unit would be in a Lyran unit, but I'm going to say it's the commandant is going to say the actions of Katrina Steiner are abhorrent and they are illegal, and I cannot in good conscience follow her. I will be allying myself with Victor Steiner Davian's allies.
Excellent.
And at that, Lawrence is gonna breathe probably the only sigh of relief in the entire compound, because he just found out that his mother, he's not gonna have to fight against her in this war.
So,
thankfully.
I would also like to embellish that the commandant makes a system-wide broadcast. Any allied or sympathetic mech warriors, soldiers that do not wish to side with Catherine can find refuge here. I'm just going to leave that out in the open for you, as you see fit. Whatever you want to do. It is what it is. But as we do that, I'd like to then kind of fade back a little bit. And I would like to pivot over. And what is the expression right now on Callum's face? Back in the mech bay, the sergeant is starting to fill you in that he has arranged for 2 civilian Leopard class dropships, not fully armed. In fact, most of their weapons don't work anymore, but it's something to get you off planet. And he's got some old war buddies that used to be mech pilots that actually retired from the the military branch, not actually the Palace Guard, but the military branch. And
Mhm.
you reached out to them, explained the situation, and they were more than willing to help escort you guys off planet, at least for the time being, because they too don't want to be here. But what is the expression on Callum's face right now? Is he pensive? Is he just man?
I would say on the whole neutral, but for anybody who's actually paying attention, he finds the idea of leaving the planet distasteful, despite what he said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So almost like every time somebody mentions you get the dropship, get off planet, there's just a little like a wince in the eye just
Yeah.
every time.
Okay. Now, would there have been, Aaron, Callum, any important moments for Callum over the last 10 days, 2 weeks or so that you feel we'd like to maybe take a moment to explore?
I don't think so, because I think he's more or less just focusing on duty right now. So, making sure the supplies are inventoried and taking as many extra patrols on the base perimeter as he can get.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to actually flash back to about 5 days ago. And this is a moment where you actually find yourself, it's early in the morning, you're actually preparing for a patrol. And it's very uncommon to actually see Dina not in the mech bay, not working on a piece of machinery, not giving orders, barking orders to some of the other mech techs. But she is sitting there, and she has a little tray in front of her. It's got the symbol of Delta Company on it, a little cafeteria tray. And on it, she has a single bowl of cereal, a glass of milk, and she's just staring at it. And it's bright and early in the morning. I'm talking it's like 4 a.m. You got up at the ass crack of dawn to go do this, and she's just sitting there. The lights are kind of dim, and she's just staring into this dry bowl of cereal as you walk in. And she doesn't even notice as Callum walks in.
So I guess he'll maybe just taking notice of that, he'll attempt humor and say something along the lines of, you can rebuild a leg actuator from scratch, but you can't figure out milk and cereal.
She looks up. You can see that she was obviously deep in thought. There's a moment where she doesn't even seem to recognize you, and Dina's a very high-strung, almost edgy person. And then there's that flash of realization. She goes, hi, Callum. It's, I just, I don't even like cereal. I don't know why I poured the bowl. I wasn't really thinking. There's just, there's a lot of work to be done. I just haven't been sleeping really well. Why are you here? No one ever is up this early. I usually eat alone. What? Hi.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a patrol in about 20 minutes.
Oh, alone?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. You want the cereal?
I already ate.
Okay. I don't really want it.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why would I be fine? It's fine. It doesn't fine.
Lie to me if you have to, but don't lie to yourself.
Give me negotiations.
I don't have that. Callum's horrible at people. I'm bad at peopling. Yeah, don't have that. So I guess I'll just be rolling with my +1 charisma, baby.
Yeah, 2d6 plus charisma. Let's go. I believe. I kind of hope it's a 4. It's meter beat. There it is. That's amazing. So Dina actually picks up the spoon. So it was very organized. Like the milk in line, the spoon just perfectly lined up. The bowl of cereal. The cereal was like flat, like she'd smoothed it. Like very, very anal retentive in this. And she picks up the spoon, and she just kind of like does the spoon trick where looks like it's waving, and then she just hits the center of the cereal, and it just kind of poofs up and spills all over, making this clattering noise. I don't have anything other than this, Callum. This This is all I have. I only have. And she looks kind of past you out the doorway towards the mech bay. This is all I have, and things are not good. They're not good right now, and I don't know. I can't fix something if I can't work on a mech, then I don't know if I can. I can't do anything. I can't. Things are bad right now, man. They're just bad. They're bad. They're bad. You know, they're bad, right? They're bad. They're bad. They're not good.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem bad. They're bad, sure, but they've been bad before. Bad's not new.
But have they been this bad? Right? Not this bad. Maybe.
Well, maybe not here, but it was worse than this where I came from.
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I should probably help you get the preliminary checks done on your mech. And she's going to stand up, walk past you, and then just bolt right towards where your mech is currently stationed.
And I think it's just like Callum will like shoulder his helmet, just sort of walk over, shaking his head, just under his breath goes, "Everybody's crying all the time."
I love it. And then we're going to pivot back, and we're going to go back to the Duke. You see that all of the mech techs, I mean, the entire mech bay, this entire facility for Delta Company A has been just unloaded. Tools taken, supplies, ammo, you see boxes. I mean, things are just, we're taking everything that's not bolted down, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. And
Taking my ball and going home.
is there anyone else that has anything else they'd like to say prior to us pivoting to our next scene, which will be you all making your way towards the civilian dropships?
Lawrence will walk up to sorry, I already forgot his name. I'm sorry. Can't remember for shit. But the lead Mechwarrior, and he will present him the data pad that says, that both Lyran and Davian forces on Robinson are accepting any forces loyal to Victor Steiner Davian.
All right. Then at least now we have a destination. Good job, Lawrence. Good job.
It's great and all, but I agree with Callum that if we take any civilians, they'll just be a target. We shouldn't take anyone with us that isn't directly associated with us and willing to go through that. As altruistic as that suggestion was, Lawrence.
I can't say that I disagree. At the very least, we can help them get to a jump ship that they can take to get off planet.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. And with that, the sergeant gives the order. Says, "All right, mech warriors, let's test out these new toys. No matter what happens, this is an order. The 4 of you will get off planet. Is that understood?"
Sir,
Yes, sir.
All right. Roll out. And we cut to a montage of the last couple of mech techs loading into their pack rats. Still getting it right. I'm really proud of myself.
Killing it.
Just saying. Crushing it with the terminology. Let's go. Pew, 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 pew. And we watch as everyone loads up. So there is a literal convoy. You've got about half a dozen I said rat pack. Fuck, I almost did it right. Pack rats. You've got your 4 mechs, and then you've got the Sargent's Atlas. And you guys are making your way towards this small civilian airfield that is about an hour's journey at the speed of the Atlas away from where you guys are. And I'm actually going to pivot you over to a brand new map and give you guys a chance to just kind of look at this and get a view and a feel for what it looks like. So what you've got here is you've got 2 Leopard class dropships. They're civilian versions of the Leopard class dropship, and they are outfitted with a couple of medium lasers. One of them has a large laser, but as you get close enough to pick them up on sensors, you realize that the large laser on one of them is non-functional. It's like redded out on your targeting sensor. So they're in kind of rough shape. Old, a little bit dilapidated, beat up. But as you make your way, you guys are actually going to be coming in from the east side, the right side of the map. So you're going to be pretty close to where the dropships are. And I need each of you in this moment to roll a very important D100 roll. And I'm going to do it one at a time. We're going to start with Lawrence. We're going to go to Willow, Cyprian, and Callum. And I need you to tell me before you roll, high or low on that D100.
All right. I'm going to say that I'm going to roll high.
All right, very good.
Nope, I rolled about as low as you can get.
Fair enough.
Highs for days, baby.
That is a 0.
I don't think you could do that.
Wow.
I think
A 0.
That
I mean,
doesn't seem
isn't
right.
that isn't that a
that's
100?
because I put
You
I
put
did
D00.
1D0
There we go.
0.
Yeah,
Highs for days,
D00.
baby. Damn it.
All right, low. Okay, fair enough. Cyprian?
Low.
Nailed it.
All right.
All right,
Oh boy.
high.
Oh
No.
my god.
Wow.
Oh
4
my
for 4.
god. That's
We are so good at this.
That is an
amazing.
interesting development. That is a very, very interesting development. So I'm actually going to give you guys a chance. I want to make sure that your tokens work. I'm going to start dragging your tokens onto the field. And I'm going to make sure everyone has control. And then remind me, the Centurion went to Willow. And what was the color that you used? What color did you want?
Give me 1 second.
Green, blue,
Damn, I don't
purple?
remember.
We're going to go with green because that's it's a good color. So you're going to get a green radius.
Luck
from
of the
you.
Irish.
And then for the Hellhound, Callum, what color did you want?
Orange if you got it.
Orange? I got orange. I can do orange. Absolutely. Boop. Skadoosh.
Also, if you could
And then for the Griffin, for Lawrence. No, wait. It was Lawrence was the Griffin, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lawrence, what did you want?
Blue, like
Blue?
a deep blue.
Deep blue. A deep blue. Boom. Deep blue done. And then for the Stormcrow, for good old Cyprian, what color did you want?
Just a yellow.
Yellow? Perfect. Dunsky. All right.
also if you could turn on the nameplates.
Yeah, I can do that. Skadoosh. That's where we're getting these all set up. You guys went off and spent a bunch of your XP on some better mechs, and I gotta make sure everything's all good to go. So skadongle. And then we're gonna associate these with them as their tokens, so that when you drag them, they'll already be set up for you correctly.
Oh,
We gotta have a little montage scene here while we do this. Dun, 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 ba, 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 ba. All right, I'm done. Do that, and then we got the Griffin, and then we got the Stormcrow, and we got this guy. Boomski. All right, everyone is good to go. And then also, we're gonna have an Atlas, which is gonna be bringing up the rear. So you all were making your way in. The mech techs, your more even some civilians. You managed to gather a couple of just folks that were asking, "Hey, are you guys getting off planet?" As you made your way north, a couple of military personnel, some soldiers that were sympathetic to your group versus Catherine's unjust and unlawful advance onto the planet. But as you get close, a voice comes over the comms. It's actually directed towards, but all of you are picking it up, and it's a woman's voice, and she goes, "Georgie, is that you? I can't believe that you've made your way all the way over here. I thought we were going to have to bust off planet without you." And you heard Gerard respond. He says, "How many times, Marybeth, have I told you not to call me that?" And she says, "Oh, plenty of times. But also, you can go fuck yourself. So this is the boys that you're bringing with you, and then they go back and forth for a little bit having this conversation. But you're picking up one of the leopards, and I'm actually going to go ahead and actually reveal these to you as leopards. There is the Latrop and the Strop, the Latropo and the Stropo. These are 2 leopard class dropships that I'm going to reveal to you now. And one of them is piloted by a gal by the name of Marybeth. And the other one is piloted by a gentleman by the name of Oopshire. And he just goes by Up. And both of them are preparing. The dropships look like they're getting some final fueling done and are almost ready to take off. But you've got about, in game terms, about 6 rounds before they're prepared to take off. But as you all begin to maneuver your way in, you see that they're, your, not your troops, but your men and women are able to, pull up. They start unloading and uploading supplies onto the dropship. And I'm curious, where would you guys position yourselves in this moment as you make your way towards everything?
I guess I would ask, so Jim, the sort of southern section here, looks like the road's a little more developed. So would that perhaps be a road leading to, say, the capital?
You're goddamn right.
So yeah, Callum would position himself probably somewhere behind or within this copse of trees.
Perfect.
To cover the approach from the city, just in
I'm gonna have
case.
you position yourself right here, if you don't mind, because as you get there, you're gonna pick something up on sensors. What else, and what is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna be, I think, backing him up, more flanking on the left side of the road, but definitely there as a quick reaction.
You would also pick up some enemy vehicles and mechs on sensors as well.
Willow would just plop himself down, like on this rise here.
And that's perfect. And then the good sergeant is going to be just trudging his way down the center of this road, positioning himself. So, Callum, as you make your way that direction, you get to the center of this large open field. So imagine this almost looks kind of like a little bit of a mixture of farmland. There's a little bit of residential area, but there's this old, sort of dilapidated looking airstrip, just big enough for both leopard cast dropships to actually set themselves up. Their doors are open. You see the vehicles going on and off, supplies, etc. Everything's moving around, and you pick up a ping. It's a boop, 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 boop. You pick up another ping. Boop, 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 boop. And a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a 7th ping. And what you are picking up is a small patrol. And they are registering, as far as who they're with, they're registering as a lance of the 5th Donegal. The 5th Donegal. And as they're moving up the road, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reveal to you by tinting these guys what they are. Yep. And let me go ahead and just tint these guys here for you. In fact, what I can do is I can delete these 3. And skadoosh, and oops, and skadoosh. You see 4 badgers. You see 2 panthers. And then you also see as well a quick draw. And they appear to be on patrol, and they do look as though they're actually making their way towards the air base. And what I'm going to have you do here is I'm going to have everyone roll initiative. We're going to get a little bit of battle music going. But there is going to be a brief exchange. The quick draw is actually going to go over broad comms. It's going to broadcast to all of you. And it is a man's voice, a male voice. And the voice says, "Mech warriors, power down your mechs and prepare to surrender. You will not be harmed, but you are no longer employed by Duke Tasari."
Was initiative reflex plus reflex?
Correct.
Uh,
No, just plus reflex.
Just
Yeah,
one
reflex once, and then anything like combat sense or perception, I believe.
This planet is now under martial law. Stand down, or you will be fired upon.
Willow, over closed comms, will say, "So, are we surrendering?"
I will defer my turn to Aaron/Callum. I'll take his lead on
You
this.
guys hear a burst fire AC-20, and as you look, you see a number of rounds come out of the Atlas's right arm and explode and destroy this building right here and tear up some of the road. And you hear the sergeant state, "To the last man." And that is where we're actually going to begin combat. But let's get everybody in. Is everybody in the initiative? Everybody in the initiative?
I believe, yes, I am.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm doing okay.
We're gonna get that guy in, and then I gotta get these guys in.
Quick one on the extended range long and medium lasers. Is the range modifier already built into that stat that you sent me through, Callum?
Yes.
Cool.
All right, and first up in the initiative is, unfortunately, this quick draw, which quick draws are, in their name, pretty fast. Yeah. What are you gonna say, Will? Oh, they're quick. Yeah.
It'd be super funny if he actually went last.
That would be hilarious. So the quick draw moves up, and you see they're kind of like this short, stubby-looking mech. They've got just like a bunch of lasers on their front, and it's just doom, 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 rushes really fast. Actually does a jump for a moment, and then lands right on the highway there and pivots, looking over and seeing the Hellhound right in the middle, and is going to actually unload with a number of its medium lasers in your direction. And I believe, based on distance, that is medium range.
Yep, it's
perfect.
getting to the far end of medium
So
range.
you're getting 4 medium lasers, 2 of them twin linked. They're going to take a quick shot at you. So let me go ahead and make this check. And that is a 15 to hit with the first round, and a 14 to hit with the second round. Ouch! Ouchie, 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 ouchie. So both of those actually are going to hit you. Quick draw. Let me double check something on those medium lasers. Oh boy. So you, as it rounds the corner, I believe you were probably focused, Callum, kind of more towards the core of the group. And it's just too late as you see this thing run and then jump jet up, landed, and as it lands, it lances out with these twin-linked medium lasers. And you are struck on the right arm and the torso, and you take 4 damage to the right arm and 4 damage to the torso. You can hear the melting and the slagging of both the right arm as well as the center torso. Do either of those penetrate your armor?
No, because they're only going to do 1 damage. So I'm going to dump some plot points.
Love it. I'm going to go ahead and take those plot points. Yes, please. So you see it happening, and as you pivot, glances off the right arm, glances off the center torso, as you kind of pivot your mech to the side, and both of them glance. Next up is going to be this Badger, which is just moving quickly down the road, and as it does so, it passes the quick draw, and then it's going to unload with a couple of medium lasers as well. It's actually shooting towards the Atlas. And you watch as the medium lasers lance out and actually strike the Atlas's right leg. Some of the metal melts off, but it's such a marginal amount of damage that it doesn't even appear. It's like a fly trying to bite a bison. It's nothing. It's nothing to it. Next up, we've got this Panther, which is going to quickly move over to here. And it is actually going to take a pot shot at the Griffin, who is located there. And this one's going to make his check. That is a 15. Wow, these guys are rolling hot today.
Yeah, and I think that's bad for me because let me check.
You do have a skill check button as well, just to remind you. I know it's been a hot second.
Yeah, I know. but I prefer to see how badly I rolled. That's
Fair
a
enough.
10.
Fair enough. 10. So that PPC lances out and does strike you. And I think the damage on the PPC is what, 4 or is it 5? Anybody know offhand?
I think it's
4.
5.
4. So that PPC is going to strike you in the right leg for 4 damage. There's that crackle of energy, and you see your sensors all start to go a little bit crazy in this moment. But next up is the Hellhound. You guys get a chance to respond.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to move up 5 and around here. So hopefully, GM, my thoughts here is being in these trees will provide me a little bit of cover.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And let's see where he's at. So that's 6 squares. So that's just range of range. All right. So we're going to go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna try to alpha strike him. Is he in short range?
I believe he is.
Yeah, 6X's. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and hit him with my large pulse laser first.
Ooh, get after it.
17.
Holy schmolians in a handbasket. This guy came to party. All right. That is fair. That's fair. I don't like it, but it's fair. And let's do this. We got this here. And save. Perfect. Okay. And you are shooting at the quick draw? Correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy's going to go make a piloting check. 16. You do hit. And where do you hit is the question.
All right. Right arm, and that is for 4 damage.
Go ahead and make note of that on him. So the pulse lasers, unlike that sustained burst that you get from a standard laser, is just this doo, 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 doo. And you watch as each of those laser blasts strike that right arm, and it starts to melt and slag a little bit. But it does not actually, funnily enough, that does actually penetrate. That does penetrate. Go ahead and roll a critical hit.
No crit.
Ooh, okay. So you do manage to melt away a portion. You've exposed the interior of that arm, but I believe you have a couple more shots to make as well.
I do. Yeah, next up is going to be my 2 fire-linked ER medium lasers. And yeah, those are okay at short range. So that's just going to be... Oh, it's 8. That's not great,
8.
though.
Ooh, that's probably not going to hit. That's 11. That does miss.
I'm going to edge that
Okay.
for myself.
Yep.
So
You did roll a 2 and a 3, so I think that's not a bad idea.
here we go.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. There it is. And what's the hit location?
All right. Center
Torso.
torso.
Nice. How
And
much on the center
that
torso?
is 5.
Okay, very good.
And let's see, last up are going to be 2 fire-linked streak SRM2s.
I like it.
16.
16. Let's go make that skill check. 12. That is a hit as well.
Center torso.
Oh, how much damage is that?
And that is going to be 3.
So that does penetrate the center torso. And I need you to roll a critical hit chance.
Okay.
Oh, no critical hit, unfortunately. But you do core out the center. So you watch as all of these shots, and it's just that right arm, and as you melt away the right arm, it goes to pivot towards you, and those next 2 blasts just hit the center, and the entire front is this red, charred, melted like just it looks like a crater in it. You can see the internal mechanisms and some of that internal skeletal structure have been exposed. And the quick draw over his comms, you can hear him shouting, the Hellhound, bring down the Hellhound. And with that being said, it's the Griffin's turn.
Eep.
All right. So no guts, no glory. The Griffin is going to charge up and then at this point launch in the air and come crashing down on the Badger.
Like it.
And a death from above maneuver.
Oh, damn.
Because I do still have the jump jets and I'm going to make use of them.
That is aggressive.
I like to live aggressively.
Like
But that is, so death from above is just a piloting check, right?
Yep.
Reflex plus piloting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it's just
piloting it.
Yeah,
And this
here we
guy's
go.
going to make a piloting check to get out of the way.
He's not
Nope!
gonna get out
You're
of
going to
the
land
way.
on him. Oh, boy. That's aggressive. How much damage does your death from above do?
I think it's something. It's slightly more than just like the regular kick, right?
Well,
forget
I
how
think
much it is.
thematically, you land on the top, and there is a moment where you feel yourself stop, and then it gives way, and the entire vehicle explodes. However, you are going to take 2 damage to your left leg. Left leg.
Okay, that's not the one that got hurt earlier, so I'm fine with that. And
And that
I'm
is-
going to turn, and since that's either one is really going to be good. Callum, would you want me to put or Aaron, would you want me to put the hurt on the Panther or the quick draw?
Yeah, focus fire on the quick draw.
All right, he's going to take a shot at the quick draw with his large pulse laser.
Mhm.
Going to be a 6 again. 15 for the large pulse. Actually, it should be 17 because I've got the
Plus
plus
2,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to add that too when I did mine, but it all worked out in the end anyway. So
I like it. I like it. I like it.
So yeah, it's going to be on the quick draw.
Okay,
for,
very good.
17.
17, and the quick draw is going to go ahead and make their piloting check. 11. That is a hit.
All right, that is, I believe, 4 damage to the hit location mech torso.
Oh, all right. Hold on. All right, got to roll a critical hit chance. It's not cord yet, but it's getting close.
it's because so close.
Ah, it's so close. It's so close. All right. Anything else, Griffin?
I'm gonna try and hit him with my medium pulse lasers
Okay.
as well. So that's gonna be 8, 16.
16. Let's do this. And okay, skill attack. 14.
So that is gonna be 5 damage.
2.
Let's see. Hit location mech.
Oh!
Wow.
Ooh.
So what weapon was that?
That is 2 medium pulse lasers. fire
So
lanes.
you watch, you can hear over comms you can hear the pilot of this mech calling all forces. We've found the remnants. Converge on, and then you see as your weapons core through it, and there is this tiny little compressed explosion in the center, and the whole thing just goes boom, just sending shards of metal and debris, and there is not a punch out on that mech. There is not a punch out as that thing just
Yeah.
goes nova. It's
Stack
going
pulled him.
critical.
Mhm.
What was that, Aaron?
I said he stack pulled him.
He did indeed. So very nice shot. Anything else from Lawrence?
Lawrence is going to come over the comms and in German order all enemies retreat. You are intervening in a lawful retreat under the Ares Convention. Leave while you still have your lives and your mechs.
Bold statement. And
I'm gonna hope that somebody's going to deal with the Panther.
yeah, that's a bold statement. And next up we have this Panther, which maneuvers up, gets to about right here, and is going to target the Griffin who just cored his commander. And he's going to take a quick pot shot at you. That's a 17 to hit.
It's not gonna do that. Yep.
Ooh, all right. That is going to be a hit with your torso for 4 damage. And there's that blue lance as the PPC lances out, striking your torso. All of your instruments start to crackle and shimmer around. And that 4 that you see as like there's melting, but it's more of like charring, and like your armor flakes off. You can see bits and pieces of it flake up and over the cockpit behind you as that as the PPC hits. But that is the Panther's turn. Next up is the Centurion.
Okay. Well, how far away am I from this thing? 17 squares. Well, it looks like I'm gonna push. I'm gonna full throttle.
I love it.
So that would give me 8 squares of movement. Yeah, so get right here on the road. And then that puts me in medium range.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll blast it with the AC-20 and my LRM.
Oh, the AC-20.
That's going to be aggressive.
Fortunately,
I
at
really
medium
hope that hits.
range, it's -2.
You got to beat a 16.
Ugh.
This guy's quick. What's your speed, by the way?
2.
2. All right. So you got to be a 17 actually.
Okay, well, let's find out if I do.
Scared.
Why is cap lock down? Oh, that means I need to roll a 12. Oh, wait.
Can always happen. It
I
will
don't
happen.
think I can because I have a -2.
Boxcars is always a
Yeah,
success.
boxcars will always hit. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not
Automatic
gonna.
success. So
Gotta roll boxcars. Easy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Luckily, the LRM has no such problem at medium range.
Beautiful.
LRM 10. That's still really bad.
Not great. Unfortunately, it's a miss, but you do have edge you can spend to reroll. You rolled decidedly average, is what you rolled.
Yeah.
Just shy of average. I'll leave it.
Leave it?
It's
Okay,
fine.
no problem. And with that being said, we now move over to this badger, which makes its way up over yonder, pivoting, firing its medium lasers at, I mean, the Griffin's right there. It might as well. And he's going to take a quick shot at you. 12 to hit you, Lawrence. 12 to hit you.
Let's see. There we go.
16. The lasers go wide. And next up, you hear the good Sargent. You hear Sergeant Gerard over comms. He says, contacts north, moving to intercept. And he's actually going to full throttle up and over here. And the Stormcrow, Callum, you would actually be picking up 3 additional contacts moving in. 2 of them are picking up as Warhammers, and perhaps a little bit more disturbing is lagging slightly behind them is something that is registering as a king crab.
Oh, I thought you were going to say urban mech. That would
have been great, right? A king crab, and they are about 2 turns away from you at this point. 2 turns. You can see them on the map, but they're about 2 turns away, so you're going to have a little bit of time. And remember, it's going to take about 6 turns for the dropships to be fully loaded and ready to go. Next up is this badger here, which is going to maneuver up and is going to take a pot shot at the Griffin as well. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. That is a 16 to hit you, Lawrence. They're coming. They're coming.
Boy. Yep, nope, that hits.
Ooh, that is a hit on the torso. That is 2 damage. 2 damage on the torso. Next up is this last badger, who's going to maneuver up and over and is actually going to take a pot shot at the Hellhound. And that is a 9 to hit. The trees
So what,
are probably going to eat that.
Yeah, what kind of bonus, like +1 you think for the cover?
+1, I would say, for the cover, yeah.
Yep, all right.
Wow. It's a tree. You see it coming, this like lance of the medium laser, and you maneuver behind a tree, and the tree just goes bursting into flames. A little bit of like wood and like debris
Splinters.
falls on it. Yeah, splinters onto you. You're
Just toothpicks.
yeah, everywhere. Yeah, yep. Next up is Callum, the Stormcrow.
It's Cyprian.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cyprian the Storm Crow. I was thinking Steve in my head, but I said Callum.
Steve Prian.
Steve Prian.
Steve Prian.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
So is this bit like a bit of a drop in the terrain, or is it a high bit of terrain?
This is actually up. So the dropships are up kind of on this little hill here. Yeah.
Okay. So if I dropped into here, I'd give myself a bit of cover.
Absolutely. I would give you some cover. for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
He is going to drop into there then.
Perfect.
And then they are going to be...
Remember, you've got 2 turns before they're in range.
Yeah. In terms of heat, I've got heat dissipation of 6. So does that mean that if and I've got some LRMs,
So you can
and
bleed
light.
off up to 6 heat per turn. So every weapon has a number of heat that it generates.
Yeah.
You could fire all, like, a bunch of your weapons. If you generate 6 heat, then all of it bleeds off at the end of the turn.
Well, he is going to target the king crab.
Remember, and I
with-
don't know if I made it clear, they are not actually on the map yet. They are still 2 turns off. I just put them on there so
Oh,
you
right,
can
okay.
see them. I don't know if you want to change your maneuver then, but they're 2 turns off from actually getting onto the map.
No, he's going to stay there,
himself?
but he's going to stay in cover, but keep his sensors on and
Perfect.
target the general direction.
Love it.
And
All
then
right.
as soon as they come into range, he's going to unload.
End of turn 1. The quick draw is down. This Panther here is going to pivot, seize the Hellhound, and is going to make a nice little pot shot at him. 14. 19. That PPC goes... You still get a little bit of the crackle of energy. Your instruments are a little bit as it explodes behind you, but does not hit you, does no damage to you. He's then going to get cheeky and fire his SRM-6 at you. Or SRM-4, excuse me. 15. All of them go wide, completely missing. Next up, we got good old Lawrence and his Griffin.
So Lawrence is gonna actually move to here and take cover in the woods,
Love it.
like going around that way,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna fire.
Let's focus.
on
Yeah,
the
let's focus
Panther.
fire this guy.
Yeah. So that Panther is at short range, which means that's gonna be +8 to try and hit him with the. Yeah, try and hit him with the large pulse laser. So here we go. 16, not hard to beat, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
He's nimble. And what's your speed?
My speed is 3.
Okay, perfect. So he's not getting a bonus. 12. That will hit.
That is 4 damage to the torso.
Ooh, go ahead and roll me a critical chance.
All right.
Come on.
Nope.
Ah,
Oh, man. So you do melt away and slag away that
Actual
set of
snake eyes.
armor, but that is unfortunate. It does not actually penetrate him, unfortunately. But
All
that's
right.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. And set these up.
Okay.
I'm just tinting these guys red because I realize that they're kind of hard to see. So I'm just tinting them red because I think that makes them pop a little bit better on the map for you guys.
Yep.
Pop, pop.
All right, and I need one of you, either Callum or actually both Callum, Lawrence, and not Cyprian and Willow. I need you to roll us a tactics check, really quick. A tactics check.
Okay. I don't know if I have that. Nope, nothing. But I do. I am. No, I'm
Willow
not.
has leadership.
Just tactics. That's what I need you to roll.
No, damn. Well, I don't have that.
That is.
I didn't roll good. I do have the skill, but I'm not good
so
at it.
boop. So we're just waiting on Lawrence and Willow.
Lawrence rolled.
I
Oh, you
believe-
rolled- you
I
rolled
believe I
Griffin.
rolled-
Oh,
yeah, I
I said
rolled
Griffin. I'm sorry. Oh, that's fine.
It-
All right.
Tactics is intelligence.
Yes. Oof. All right. Cool. And next up is Callum.
All right. I'm gonna focus fire.
Did I? I still had stuff to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Derp. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all good.
Go ahead. I just hate
I'm
you.
gonna. It's understandable. I hate me too.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna fire with my medium pulse lasers at the panther in front of me. Going for 15.
All right, and the panther. Just
Good
gonna
up.
roll a quick check. 9. That is a hit.
All
Torso.
right,
Hit him
that
in the
is-
torso.
Hit him in the torso.
Yeah, baby.
That is
All right,
5 damage.
I gotta double check one quick thing here because that is probably enough to destroy him.
Yep.
Yeah, so you watch as very similar to what you just did. Boom, that thing is core. It does not go Nova. It just simply slumps over, and you do see a pilot eject as as you hit him. Yep. Very nice. Very,
All
very,
right,
very
now
nice.
it's Aaron's turn.
All right, Aaron, you were up.
All right. Staying within cover though, Callum's gonna head down this way. I'm gonna fire at this vehicle. So that is going to be blackjacks.
Oh boy.
More blackjacks. All right. It's gonna be a 15 to hit that vehicle.
15 on the vehicle. Let me roll that skill check. That is a hit.
All right. Hit location vehicle, right side. It's gonna be 4 damage with the large pulse laser.
This vehicle just explodes as you rip through its side.
Cool. I'm gonna train the fire linked ER medium lasers on this vehicle right here.
Mhm.
For 12.
Boom, hit.
That's 5 damage to the front.
Another one gets exploded, sending shrapnel and chunks of metal everywhere.
And lastly, this vehicle is going to get the Streak
Dude,
SRM2s.
you are just on fire. Can we go 3 for 3? Can we get a hat trick? I believe.
We're going to find out.
Oh, it goes
Oh.
wide. So you were just like, the laser is just lancing in, blowing up the first one, blowing up the second one.
Not good
shards of
with
metal,
not
etc.
good with missiles.
The missiles just and all blow up on the ground. You can actually see this one was repositioning himself because he saw you firing at him. But it is in this moment that you pick up, cresting the edge of this hill, 3 blackjacks, and they are a very particular model of blackjack. They are 3 BJ-1DCs armed with 2 twin-linked medium lasers and 2 small lasers, and they are also picking up as being members of the same company. That is, and they are currently moving in to flank you in this moment, but not their turn quite yet. Next up is Willow in the Centurion.
All right, Willow
can-
over comms will contact the leopards and say, "Is there any way we can cut the fueling short? We have enough. We can get out of here quicker. Seems that we're being surrounded."
Negotiations check.
Okay, that I actually am.
Can
very
I
good at.
assist and like knowing with my tech, just knowing about leopards and whether they could?
So it's partially fueling, it's partially getting all your personnel and supplies on, and just go ahead and roll that negotiations or streetwise, whatever you prefer, Willow. You got a 12. It's 16. So the response you get is, yeah. I mean,
Wait,
we can.
how?
Go ahead.
Hmm.
You want to edge that?
I wouldn't. I don't know. So you make the DM re-roll that 6 and 2 4s.
That's fair. Could do that.
But I'm not doing it. So
But I only rolled a 3 and a 3 or a 4 and a 2.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like using.
You know, you guys are welcome to roll it manually if you want.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
Just to
I
show
might-
you
I
guys.
might do
Yeah,
that.
no, that's fine.
That 6 would need to be re-rolled into. You know what? I'll spend an edge to re-roll that 6.
You can roll the maybe also one of the 4s. I don't know if you just want to do the 6, that's also good.
My gut says that rerolling the 4s will make the 4 higher, even
Yeah.
though
3, 2, 1,
statistically
rerolling.
it should be.
Wait, what did it say? Oh, that wasn't supposed to be a skill check. My bad. Let me reroll the one thing. I got 3, so it's still giving me a 13.
13.
I'm just, you know, I was to let you know that the roll on that skill check was a 1. Just, you know, in
It's
case you
not
wanted to use
That's
that.
not how that works, no, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I like reminds that, but no. And so the response you get from Captain Upshire, he says, I mean, yeah, we could punch off and we could get into orbit, and then we could make it halfway across the system, run out of fuel, and then die in the vacuum of space. You know, it's up to you. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
How about you focus on Shooty, and I'll focus on getting us off the planet.
You know, this is a very stressful situation, I understand, but you could be a little less gruff about it.
The comms cut off.
He's
What
a
do you
very
got?
pleasant fellow.
What do you want to do, Willow?
All right, well,
Be back.
I mean, if we sweep the board on this side, we can make an about face and sort of hit these guys unified.
yeah, that is what I'm going to do. Willow is going to move his 3 hexes because he has 1 heat, and that puts him just outside of medium distance from that. It's unfortunate.
Let's flip up
Right,
the music a little bit. We
medium.
can listen to this song forever.
To 11. These are all new weapons, so I'm still figuring out how everything works. All right, well, he'll shoot his AC-20 at this thing because it's that's at medium range too. Son of a bitch. All right, well, he'll shoot his AC-20 at the Panther.
All right.
So,
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, it rolled terrible. Only rolled a 10.
I rolled double
Oh,
ones.
no! You want to edge that. You definitely want to edge
yeah,
that. You
I'll-
definitely
I'll-
don't want to
I'll edge
have,
that.
you know, an ammo explosion or something. That'd be bad.
Yeah, well, we'll get rid of that. How about I'm
Well,
gonna turn one of them
Totally.
into a 6.
Totally average.
unfortunately, that is a miss because defender wins on ties, so the AC-20 will go wide.
All right.
It's gonna glance off the Panther's shoulder. You hear the, and it just goes up and explodes about 300 meters behind, just sending shrapnel everywhere. The shell explodes.
Still not used to this the ballistic speed. I'm leading my targets too much still. All right, and then I'll shoot him with the LRM 10 because that's much better. And then that is 1 plus missile.
So you roll your normal attack. If you hit, then you get to roll an additional hit location.
Okay, so I hit because I rolled a 15.
Nice, that's a hit.
So hit location mech, 1 damage to right leg,
Perfect.
and then 0 missile damage.
So 0 additional damage, unfortunately, but that's okay. Anything else you got?
Nope.
Perfect. Next up is that Panther, who is going to pew, 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 zip and zap over to here. He's going to get right up next to you, and he's going to take a pot shot at the Centurion, because YOLO. 15 to hit. I believe. I believe. I'm going to get you.
The Centurion's tough as hell anyway.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Torso, 4 damage. Your electronics all crackle, and your sensors are all wonky as this this short-ranged PPC strikes your side. And this one's feeling confident. He's going to go ahead and shoot you with his SRM-4s.
Oh man, 16, huh?
Boom! You're going to take an additional 1 damage to your... that's the vehicle, sorry. To your torso, 1 additional damage to the torso, and...
Okay.
3 additional damage.
3 additional damage to your
Damn.
torso as well. Wow, this guy's going for it.
Yeah, I will spend a plot to reduce to make that a glancing blow.
I respect that. I do respect that. So it's only 2 damage to the center torso on top of the 4 he already did. Holy schmolies, this guy is not messing around. And this bit.
Actually, I'm gonna give you another one to make that first hit a glancing
Glancing
blow.
it as well. That's not a bad idea. I like that.
Yeah.
I like where your mind's at.
Because
All
that
right,
was
cool.
that was.
I like it. I like it.
What was our first hit? 4 damage.
4
you said?
damage. Yeah.
All right, so
That's
that's
not a
just
bad
3
idea.
damage in total.
Okay. And next up is this Blackjack who spent its turn getting into that position. The Badger here is still up. And looks like the Centurion's a little wounded. It's going to move in and it's going to fire its medium lasers at you.
Fresh
How does-
blood.
How does
Smell.
everyone else get missile damage? And I always roll 0.
Because the dice hate you, I guess?
They really do.
What? You passed that one. You beat that roll.
Beat that roll. Lasers lance back. And the Atlas continues
So they're
to
just
trudge forward.
the dice are just ambivalent towards you. They don't hate you. They're ambivalent.
No, they actually hate me. I have
Okay, well,
verifiable.
Sure.
Over the comms, the Sargent reaches out to Cyprian. No matter what, I don't care what happens. You get those birds off the ground. Is that understood, soldier?
Understood. Hold position.
And then Cyprian, you would pick up a friendly signal coming from actually like kind of the west, the southwest, and it's intermittent and it's distant, but it actually looks like Yinny's like Yinny's, like a Yinny's mech. You're picking it up. It's distant though, and you get it like a blip for a second, and your screen shows like right leg damaged, left arm damaged, center torso down to like 10% armor, and it blips for a second. But you do pick that up, and I'll let you do with that information as you see
And
fit.
where's that coming from? Bottom right of the screen.
Southwest. So I'd say like over yonder, like over there.
Okay, bottom left of the screen. Okay.
Yep. And it is now your turn.
Are they in range yet?
No, they will be in range after
turn.
turn 3. So when turn 3 comes around, they will be in range.
Okie dokie.
If you've got any long range guns, there's Panthers in long range of you.
Yeah, I'm going to. I am going to move. Yeah, so that gets me to there, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to move to there and then shoot 2 extended range long las at this guy.
Looking
So
for a 14.
that's gunnery, yeah? Plus gunnery.
I believe. Oof.
He is gonna spend. No, I'll leave that on, and then LRMs, which is gonna be.
You're looking for an 8. Wow, man, these guys are rolling hot. This Panther is rolling hot.
I'll give you some edge, and you can re-roll. What have
You
you
want me
got
to
there?
re-roll that 6 and a 5? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me re-roll both those. A 13 instead.
And I'm going to give you another edge, and I'll re-roll mine.
Okay, perfect. Oh, defender wins. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
And then I want to do a sweep and see if I can
Excuse me.
pinpoint.
Sorry.
See if I can pinpoint the mech that I picked up.
Roll me a tactical. Tactics, if you have it.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be tracking?
Or tracking. Yeah, either one. So 13. So you pick it up. Pick it up. It is a single mech. It is heavily damaged. And you're also picking up behind it 2 lances worth of additional mechs. They are enemies. And it's based on its positioning, and when you're picking it up, it's a ways off. Again, right leg is damaged. Its main weapon is damaged, and it appears to just be trudging forward as quickly as it can, but the enemy mechs behind it are falling in. And you would hear staticky over the comms. All of you would hear this. This is Yini of the Palace Guard. The palace is fallen. Everyone's dead. He's trying to retreat. Falling back. Needs some. And you just can't pick up the comm. It seems that maybe her comms are damaged or intermittent in this moment.
Would I be able to estimate how many turns it would be until she can actually reach here?
Roughly 3 turns, assuming that the folks behind her don't catch her.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell the rest of them that she's en route and how long it's going to take for her to get to us and the direction of where she's traveling from, and obviously the rest of them that are following on. And then I'm going to tell them that I'm going to hold position here for when these mechs in the northwest turn up.
Well,
And
we
then
move on
I
to
relay
the
position.
top.
I relay our position to her and tell her to get this up.
You
I just want to
believe
send a
she
short
received
wave.
it. You believe
Yeah.
she received it, but there's no guarantee. This
Yeah.
mech, this blackjack, is going to jump jet, landing here, and is going to shoot into the trees with 2 of its twin-linked medium lasers, and it's going to target the griffin first. That is an 8. Oh my god, an 18. This is bad. Holy moly, and a 14. 18 and a 14, my friend.
Man, I don't know if we're gonna make it off planet.
Lawrence, you with us?
He's muted.
Muted.
15, so the first one's going to hit.
Actually, well,
I believe that was a double 6 that it rolled.
yeah, I'm gonna spend the edge to make it re-roll that double 6.
Only a 14, so it misses
15.
the first shot.
All right. Step and then plus 7. 19.
Oh, mama! Boxcars! So it lances out. All of these shots lancing out. The trees are just getting cut in half, melted, splintered around, but you are just nimbly dodging and using the trees as cover, and manage to... it misses you with all of them. The second one is going to, again, jump jet as well. Landing here is going to lance into it, shooting at none other than Callum with both of its shots. 14 and a 16 with its 2 medium lasers on either side.
14.
Defender wins. And
16.
Defender wins!
Whoa.
Oh, nice! There we go! Now we're cooking. Holy schmolies. And we move over to this Panther who is down, and we are back to Callum. It is your turn, my friend.
All right.
Wee.
Excuse me.
I've got them on the... So... let me just measure something here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Callum's gonna pull away and out of that copse of trees into this smaller one. And he is going to open up on this panther with the large pulse laser. So that is going to be 12.
Defender wins.
Dang it.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll hit him with. I don't know what I'm seeing.
I have no idea what I'm seeing, but it's big.
It's a
and
sea of green.
Yeah.
I think
That's
I think
short and
Yeah.
and-
Oh.
The problem is that it bleeds over, and we can all see it. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'll try to hit him with the
ER mids?
medium. Yep, the ER medium lasers here. So let's give this a go. That's only an 8.
It's probably gonna succeed. 13.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna spend that point of edge to re-roll that attack myself.
I'm good with it.
So
Boom! That's a hit. How much damage?
that is 5.
Boom!
To
It
the
explodes.
left leg. Okay.
Wait, you were shooting the.
I was shooting the panther.
Oh, the panther. Oh, forgive me. I thought you were shooting the
Yeah.
badger. So the panther, that is a hit. And I need to go ahead.
Yes.
That was the left leg, which is enough to destroy the left leg, actually. And that thing is going to tumble to the ground. And it is now on the ground, which is bad for him.
Okay. So I'm gonna use a little bit more move here now, and it'll cost me 1 heat, which means I'll be slower on the next turn. But I'm gonna blow past this thing, run up to this, and try to stomp the panther.
Love it. Do it.
So just here's hoping I don't roll snake eyes, because it's the only way to.
Roll snake eyes.
Well, I didn't.
Nice. That is a hit. For how much damage?
So this is going to be a kick.
Mhm.
So for this mech, it is 4 damage to the right arm.
The right arm is destroyed. The right arm is destroyed.
That's its PPC.
And that's its
having on.
PPC arm, which is bad. So in this moment, you hear over the comm the pilot say, "You will regret this," and he punches out actually in this moment.
All right.
And anything else, Hellhound?
No, that's gonna do it for me.
Lawrence, you're up next.
All right. Lawrence, seeing that his friend has moved position to a different location, will also charge up and kind of move into this kind of like grove on the farm that also hopefully maybe provides cover, hopefully. And he's gonna
wink,
fire.
nudge, nudge, please, thank you.
Please, and thank yous.
Yep.
And he's gonna fire on that little badger with his medium pulse lasers.
Okay.
Which is gonna be +8. 14.
12. That is a hit. How much damage?
That is 5 damage
To?
to his front.
Boom. The badger explodes.
Beautiful.
What I'm gonna do is
And
just move these guys out of the way.
all right, there is not much else that I can do except would I be able to see these guys, or is there like
Excuse me.
You can pick
Yeah,
them up. They're on sensors. Like you can see them. Like your sensors pick them up and kind of like outline them, so you can make them out. Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't think I wouldn't be able to make an attack on them though.
You could. They just get some bonuses.
Okay. I'm gonna. This would be at. I think this would be at just in medium range, right? Or no, that's just okay. That's just in medium range. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna make a attack with my with my large pulse laser against that first blackjack.
Perfect.
All right, that is going to be +8. Ooh, and I don't have edge to re-roll that one.
Wing and a miss.
Dang it.
You watch
Alright.
as your pulse lasers lance through, and it actually like cuts its path through the trees. It's just the blackjack's not where it was a second ago, and unfortunately, you do miss. This guy's pretty nimble.
All right. That's about all that I can do. Yeah.
Willow, you're up next.
Willow isn't really sure what to do at this point.
Excuse me.
Gonna be honest. He will full throttle his way into the same forest that Lawrence is in. I guess.
Lawrence and Willow, you're picking up some comm chatter again. It's Yini. She's saying, need support. They're about to overrun me. Need support. Please, is anyone out there? Can you hear me? And you can pick up her Phoenix Hawk, and it's not looking good. But it would take you a good probably 2 turns to get to where she is. Just gonna leave that out there in the ether for you to do with as you see fit. But anything else you're doing, Willow?
No, Willow's just gonna bleed heat.
Okay. It's Blackjack here. Is going to make his move over to there using his jump jets, and is going to actually take a shot at the Griffin, who I believe is within medium range. Yep. And it's going to unload with its 2 shots.
Do I get bonuses because
Oh,
he can't
I'm
see
adding
me?
him in. I'm giving him a minus on stuff for
Okay.
shooting through trees. So 12 and a 16 to hit you with those 2 twin-linked medium laser shots.
6. Okay, so that'll beat the 12.
First one's a miss. Second one is a hit. Second one is a hit. That is a hit. And that will be 4 damage to your right leg.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, okay. This is not looking good, but it still does a 10. Yep, that's
The
about it.
Atlas continues to move north to engage the small lance of Assault Mech and the 2 Warhammers that are moving their way in. And you hear the Sargent say, Delta Company, fighting retreat, get back to the dropships. That is an order. Fighting retreat. And next up we have Callum. Not Callum. Cyprian. That Cyprian. What does he do?
He is going to go back into his little hidey hole and try and prepare a miniature ambush, all on his own.
I like it. Next up we have this one, who is going to maneuver in, and Callum, you actually pick up that same chatter. It's Yini again. Anyone out there? Anyone? Can anyone hear me? Need support. Need support. Help! Help! And you hear the comm cut off, and you can pick up her just at a very long distance, and you see the left arm is now destroyed, and her mech is mostly red. And just curious if anyone responds, but I'm gonna let you stew on that for a little bit. Let you stew on that. As this Blackjack maneuvers into position and is gonna take a pot shot at the Centurion. Oops. That is a 13 to hit you. 13.
Okay. So then
Highlighting
did the
check.
woods bonus?
It's at the edge of the woods, and you are getting a bonus, which I have taken into consideration in their attack.
Okay. Oh, and I get +1 because of full throttle, right?
Yep. That is a
Aha.
miss for her. That is a miss for her. And then the second shot, which is a 16 with the twin-link medium lasers.
Not ideal.
Okay, you are going to be taking 4 damage to your torso.
Come on.
Does that get through the armor?
Not if I spend my last plot point.
Bingo, bango. I will take that plot point. Fair enough. This Blackjack here is going to maneuver up into the trees, sees the Griffin, and is going to take a pot shot at you, good sir. That is a 15 to hit.
So much torso destruction.
Oof.
Okay.
What do you want to do about that? You can do anything?
Do I have an edge to reroll that or no?
You do have an edge. You have one left.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that for that one, and it will. Actually, I won't re-roll the 2. I'll
Just
just
roll
re-roll
1d6.
the. Or no, yeah, I will re-roll for the 2. Okay, sorry.
Boom!
So-
First shot goes wide. That's good. That's good. Second shot is a 16. Go ahead and roll your check, your piloting check.
Yep. Nope. Well, I
Ooh.
should have saved it. But...
That is a hit on your right arm for an additional 4 damage to your right arm. 4 damage.
Okay. Is bad, but also
And
I
one of the
still have
blackjack
health.
pilots over all comms says you picked the wrong side. And it's now your turn, Lawrence.
All right. I'm going to announce retreating to dropships, and then gonna full throttle it, which gives me, I think, 24 movement.
What is your
So I
speed?
can just-
4?
My speed is 3, which means 12. Right?
12.
Or is that
12
12.
times 1.5.
Oh, 12 times
No,
1.5
no,
is...
no,
No.
So if your speed is 3, you multiply it by 2 for your normal movement speed, which
Oh,
is
right.
6. You double that for your full throttle speed, which is 12.
12.
Okay. Well, it's still a healthy bunch.
Oh yeah,
But
you can still move.
see. Yep. So that gets me back there. Right back to there. And yeah. I'm at that point I'm gonna try, because he's just within medium range, I'm going to take a shot at him with my large pulse laser, which is going to be +8, I believe, because he's a medium range. Fucking Christ.
And that is a 12. And you're shooting the one in the open or in the woods?
The one in the open.
All right. That is a miss, unfortunately. That is a miss.
All right,
So your last
then.
damage.
Yep, and I'm going to, with my, okay, so my medium pulse lasers only do okay damage at medium range, but I'm gonna fire it with my medium pulse lasers as well at him. See? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, that should have had a +6 on it,
Yeah,
so 17.
so that is a 17. That's probably going to get him. That's a 12. And why am I rolling as Yini? Sorry about that. Yini's actually betrayed you. I'm just kidding. No, it's true.
All right, so that is 5 damage to his right arm.
And that
so-
is... black. Okay, let me double check something here. I think that actually... Yes, that it does go internal. Go ahead and roll a
Okay.
critical chance.
All right. Yep, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Roll some. Roll 2 on the critical hit. Critical hit table.
Yep, and that is going to be a arm crit, right?
Yep, arm crit. You got it.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So one of his twin-linked medium lasers is destroyed on that arm. I'm gonna go ahead and make note of that. Nicely done, sir. That has made
Nice.
that one significantly less good. Nicely done. Nicely done. Anything else from Lawrence?
Don't have anything else that I can work with.
All right. Good old Callum. You're up next.
All right, I have to sell you on something because there's something that I want to do.
Go on.
I am going to give you my last plot point. And Callum is going to full throttle towards Yini.
Okay. Go on.
And just finally he's going to respond to her and say, Yini, maintain your position. This is Callum. Support incoming 2 mics.
And over the comms, you're gonna hear Yini. Callum, is that you? Everyone's
what I just
dead.
said.
Everyone's dead.
Maintain your heading.
And you see her mech is like dragging, like a wounded animal, dragging its leg, and you can actually see it around a corner of a hill, a little ways off in the distance. And Yeah, I'm good with it. You can beeline towards her. Absolutely. You
All
can
right.
beeline towards her. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah. Yeah. And cool. What is that your whole turn you want to do that, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, so basically, like if she's off the map, so at least like for this turn, Callum's probably going to be off this map,
I like
and
it.
then we might have to maybe we'll have to run the gauntlet when we come back.
And I'm gonna oops, let me just do this really quick. What?
And yeah, I think Callum's going to burst transmit to everybody, just to say, I'm going after Yinny. If we don't make it back in time, you leave.
Okay. All right.
How
This
long?
is getting
How
real.
long is a turn? Like in time wise, do we reckon?
Pretty tenebrous, but like probably D&D Pathfinder terms.
6
Like,
seconds, give or take. Yeah, this is all happening very
Okay.
fast. But
Cyprian's gonna
yeah.
respond back and be like, "Yeah, you've got this long," and then we're going.
okay.
See if you can get her out of that destroyed mech and into yours, and then book it back. I'll sit here and see if I can at least give you a little bit of a wall.
oh yeah, that'd be cool. Like if Yinny like punched out, could I pick up her
Yes,
pod and
I'm totally fine with that.
run it in
In
like
fact,
a football?
if you
Just
want
like
that to be part of your check, is that you basically tell her to punch out, and she
Yeah.
manages to like.
or if she can just get into the cockpit of my, like I don't have a rumble seat, it'll be very tight, but
Yeah.
she can get in and
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna go with that. That is the thing that is going to be happening. And so imagine, if you will, that you take off pushing your hellhound to the extremes of what is. Adina would be losing her mind right now, is how extreme this is. In fact, you think you can hear her somewhere going, "What the fuck?" And you push your mech, it groans. In fact, both of your legs are going to take 1 damage as you do this. That's going to be my trade-off for you. As you they strain, the actuators groan. And as you round that corner, you see Yinny's mech, and this thing is, how it's still moving, you have no idea. Just pop marks. Part of the actual like cockpit is like melted away. Like you can actually see part of the interior of it exposed. You can actually see her. And as you get up next to her, the mech actually powers down. It's finally given out, and you're able to saddle up next to her as she kicks the cockpit open. Like 1, 2, you see the glass break, and will jump from her cockpit onto the shoulder, getting into your cockpit. It's all very, like, just very quick. This happens over the course of maybe like 12 seconds. It is just like boom, like it's almost as though you two are in unison, and she knows exactly what the plan is. And as you do that, you see cresting a hill in the distance 3 heavy mechs, 2 assault mechs, and 2 lances of light mechs. They are making their way towards it. It is
time to go.
D-Day, yeah. So very, very good. But we're gonna move it over to Willow. What's Willow doing?
Willow is going to fire his AC-20 at something in short range for the first time.
Okay.
Just crazy.
hell yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah. We'll see if it hits. So I'm going to shoot at this mech because it's in range. Five. Jesus Christ.
Not great, but
I'd love- Hey, they can roll ones.
they didn't.
All right, well,
That's still a pretty bad roll, though.
it was yeah. All right, we'll shoot the LRM. Oh, the
Ah,
same number.
Boy. Hey.
13.
Damn.
All right, you blow up
Yeah.
the trees. That's fine.
All right, yeah. That's that was the plan all along.
Do you want to move as well?
That would take me out of cover.
That's fair. All right, this blackjack here is actually going to pivot and move up this direction, and is going to fire with its 2 medium lasers on the Griffin. And that is a 13 to hit you, Lawrence.
+7 because I full throttled my ass out of there.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, wow.
That's going to hit
barely.
your right arm for 4 damage.
No,
Hey.
it's not. I got plot points.
I got the
That's
plot
1
point
damage.
to spend. Oh boy, here we go. And the Atlas continues to trudge its way up, and then literally you see the Sargent's Atlas, like, foot down, brings the AC-20 burst fire up to bear. You see all of the, like, pods open up on the LRM-20 of this machine, and he just positions himself there as though he's about to make a last stand. And yeah, that's what he does. As moving into position, you would see these guys moving into position. Let me just go ahead and roll this really quick and get these guys in. All right, and all pretty terrible rolls, but it is now your turn. Your turn, Cyprian, and you see the 2 Warhammers and a king crab come into view, and they are positioned where you see them on the map.
Okay, so I'm at -2 for long range, but I've spent a whole turn targeting because I know exactly where they're
You know
coming
exactly
from.
where they're. I'm going to say you can fire without any minuses, at least on this first turn, because you
Fantastic.
prepared yourself. I think that's an interesting mechanic we can do. Like, if you take the time to position yourself, get ready, like you get like an aim bonus. You know what I mean?
Skill check.
I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous.
So that's shooting LRMs at the middle guy.
Oh, that guy's
Ooh.
sorry. Yeah, that is a 19 on the king crab. Wait, what's your speed?
3.
Okay, so
Mo-
it's only a
movement
17
3.
then, but still, unfortunately, it's a miss. You do have 2 edge to spend. I did roll a 5 and a 6, so you could have me re-roll, but it might make more sense for you to re-roll your check because you did roll 2 twos.
Yeah. I shall re-roll mine.
You rolled a 3 and a 4. Because it
Oh, yeah.
puts the bonus then the roll, not the roll
that's-
then the
Oh,
bonus.
that's right. You rolled a 3 and a 4, so never mind.
Okay.
You might
Rerolling
wanna
a
be
5
able
and
to
a
roll
6
then.
is better.
Yeah, you can re-roll.
Okay.
Your 5 and 6.
I rolled a 12.
Plus the speed bonus actually brings it down to a 10, right?
No, that's including the speed bonus.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
No. So unfortunately, that does miss in this moment.
That's fine. I shall shoot some lasers at him instead.
I like it. 10. Okay, it's possible. He could fail. He rolled an 8. That'll hit.
Excellent.
That'll hit. What are you hitting? Left leg. You watch as you hit that left leg, and how much damage is that?
7.
7?
Yeah.
It looks like it hurts, but not as much as you may have anticipated. Like, it takes it kind of on the nose. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend one of those plot points you all motherfuckers have given me, and that's a glancing blow as it glances off of him, dealing only 1 damage.
That's me done then. I shall tell everybody else. Heavy mechs coming in from the northeast.
All right, and we got 2 more turns for they're ready to go, and this blackjack here is going to move up to position at the edge of the forest. Is going to fire at Willow in this moment, and let's see what happens. That is a 9 and a 16. So miss on the 9,
And
hit on
yeah.
the 16. That is
Well,
the
it doesn't-
torso
Jesus
for
Christ.
4 damage.
If it could hit anywhere but the torso.
They
Alright,
are-
that's internal.
That's internal. Critical chance. 7 does not critical, which is good. This one here is going to position himself up and is also going to fire at Willow. That is a 17. Holy frick diggles. And a 14. Okay,
Alright,
this first
only-
one hits. Oh, I'm scared. Torso! Oh no!
That's
Ah! Does that blow you
I'll
up?
s-
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll spend a plot point to say that that's a glancing. Oh, how many would a glancing blow even save you? Or
Yeah, I've got 3 left.
okay,
internal.
then I'll say it was a glancing blow.
You can have one of my.
Your
plot points.
gyro is damaged in this moment as it glances off the center of your torso.
Oof.
And next up is the Griffin.
Man, if they
Alright.
could just shoot me anywhere else.
Anywhere else?
Anywhere else.
Oh my god.
So
Woo.
Lawrence is going to move his griffin into there, kind of hiding in this grove, and he's going to fire at the blackjack with the large pulse laser.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be at a +8.
And over all comms, you would hear Miri, you would hear her say, "All right, lads and lasses, this is their captain speaking. All aboard if you want to get the fuck off Kentares IV." And 18 is a solid shot, and that is going to be him making a check. 13, that is a hit.
That is 4 damage to his
Torso. Nice. And that guy did not have any damage to the torso. So it melts away some of the armor, but does not go internal,
All right. Medium pulse laser
I believe.
is also going to fire at a
Ooh,
+8.
that's probably going to hit. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! 14, that's a hit. Come on,
That
let's
is
go.
That is 5 damage to his left arm.
Left arm, which destroys the left arm, actually destroying his 2 primary weapon groups. So this guy is not looking too good. And it looks like actually he's about to probably turn and run in this moment.
All right. And I don't really have. Actually, would that be in short range, or would that be at medium range?
That's still
right now?
medium, I believe.
Okay, I don't
Wait,
believe.
let's
It
double
is
check. Let's
6.
double check. 6 is
Short
6 is
range.
short.
short range. That's short range, yep.
All right, then I will fire my small lasers at him, which is not gonna. It's just gonna be a flat roll, but 10. It's not good.
Ooh, that is a miss. That is a miss. Okay.
Well, it gives him something to think about as I move even farther back to guard the dropship. He's not going to get on it yet. He's going to wait for his lance mates to extract back.
Callum, Yinny squeezed in next to you, bloodied, battered. It looks like she's got a gash on one of her legs, some like glass into it. She looks completely shell shocked. She doesn't even say anything as she climbs into the cockpit with you.
Good, because I don't want to hear it right now.
That's fair.
So when do I come back into this?
You can make it back right now if you want to.
All right, so we will move down to here. I'm going to push the mech and generate some heat.
Okay.
I am going to try to take some of the pressure off Willow here
Okay.
by firing at this blackjack with the large pulse laser.
Which one? The left or the right one?
The left,
Left one? Perfect.
the one that's not in the forest.
I love it. That is a hit.
18. So that's going to be 4 damage to its left leg.
Okay.
And I'm also going to you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I will hit it with my SRMs as well because I don't want to have any excess heat this turn. All right.
That is a hit.
And that's going to be to its left leg.
Yes! All right. That is enough to actually, I believe, how much damage is on the SRM6?
3.
3 damage. That's enough to destroy, go internal, and destroy the left leg. So the thing
Is
actually
there-
crumples to the ground in this
Is there any-
moment.
Is there any damage left over? Because it transfers internal to
No,
the
that was
torso.
just enough.
Ooh,
Just enough.
man, that's what we're talking about.
Do roll a critical chance.
Oh, sure. No.
No. Okay, so that one is falling on the ground, which is good. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I could just send a burst transmission to Willow. I'm like, now would be a good time to move.
Willow,
Well,
it's your turn.
you know, I was thinking about staying here and making this my summer retreat. I'm gonna fire off my AC-20 at the.
You got jokes.
All right, let's see if I can actually hit with this AC-20. Hey, more than a 4.
In the sky above, and which one are you shooting at? The one in the forest? or
This
the
one
on the
here,
ground?
yeah, the one in the forest. No, heartbreaking.
Son of a bitch.
All right, well, I don't want to take heat, so I'm just gonna full throttle out of there.
Good.
So Willow's gonna go straight that way.
And one of the Warhammers, looking over in the direction of the Atlas, over all comms says, "Filthy Kentares degenerates." And it's going to do full attack on the Atlas, and we're going to see how this goes. So,
Well, that's a
why
little
are we
racist.
degenerates?
and in the interest of keeping things interesting, a couple of the lance blasts actually do hit the Atlas, and you watch as it doesn't even appear that the Sargent is trying to dodge. He's just taking the fire right now. So you watch as these extended range PPCs lance in and start to melt off and tear away bits of armor, but the Atlas continues to stand strong and stand tall. The other Warhammer also moves in, lancing out and just blasting, melting, explosions of the PPCs hitting him, and you hear the Sargent say, "Come get some, you sons of bitches." And the King Crab then, however, is going to look
Two
over,
AC-20s. Boom, boom.
is going to look over at the guy who shot him, and is going to shoot 2 AC-20s at you. So how lucky you feeling over there, Cyprian?
Are those fire linked?
They are not. They are
Oh,
separate.
good.
That is a 12 and a 19.
A 19 is gonna be a problem.
Ouch.
Well, they're both
You
problems.
can get him to edge the. Oh Lord.
Torso and right leg. It's 7 damage, Cyprian. You may want to spend some plot points to make those glancing hits.
Yeah, you don't want to lose another leg.
Yeah.
You'll
no.
never hear the end of it.
Tina will never let you hear the end of it, man.
No, I'm gonna give you a plot point, and I'll reduce the torso.
Okay.
Reduce the torso.
So that's 1 hit,
Uh,
and then 7 damage to the right leg. Does that destroy it, or does it just go internal?
No, neither. I've got
Neither.
8 armor.
Oh, nice! So it just boom,
Yeah.
and you feel the leg buckle a little bit, but it maintains. It maintains for this
Just
moment. which
leg
is
armor
good.
display goes immediately to
Yeah,
red.
That
Like,
is fascinating and wonderful. And and then next up is this Blackjack who says, "Peeling off, primary weapon groups destroyed," and he's just going to hightail it directly.
And Lawrence will come over comms and go, "That's right. That's right."
You watch as the good Sargent pivots his Atlas and full attacks, full alpha strikes onto the Warhammer on the left, and you watch as just the AC-20s it just all direct hits. The burst fire AC-20, the LRM-20s, every single thing he's got in there, and just starts to lance out and actually scores this Warhammer. And you watch as the thing just stumbles forward and explodes in a shower of nastiness just everywhere. That little mini nuclear explosion, and he just roars, "For Kentares IV!" and then slowly begins to trudge forward towards them
With his
as well.
massive 4 distance.
Yeah, he's just super fast. But it is now your turn, good sir. Cyprian?
So I'm going to go for the other Warhammer. LRMs.
That is a hit.
Yes, finally hit something.
You'll have to tell me how it feels.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Right, so so I'm rolling for missile damage. Do I just roll that once?
Yep.
It says
So how
4
much? What is
plus
it? M or is it MM?
MM.
Then you roll it twice actually.
Okay.
2 and 2, and then roll 3 hit locations. So you get your primary damage, and then you get 2 additional hit locations. So you're gonna roll 3 hit locations.
Okay. So that's 4 to the torso, 2 to the torso, 2 to the left arm.
Oh damn! Let me double check something here.
Can I plot point that into the torso?
Yes, you may.
If it doesn't destroy it, I'm going to plot point.
So that would go internal, but it does not destroy the torso, but it does go internal, so roll a critical
chance.
chance.
Now's the time.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh balls. That's bad for him. Go ahead and roll a. You know what? You know what? That was a boxcars. So here's what happens. This thing's got some machine gun ammo on it because it's one of those Warhammers with a machine gun
Cooks
variant.
it off.
You see the internal structure of this Warhammer just, and the whole thing just slumps forward to the ground as you one-shot that fucking Warhammer.
Ooh,
Because hot
Excellent.
fucking damn.
that's about as good as it gets
That
right
was
there.
awesome. That was boxcars on the crit. I say that is justified in that moment. Absolutely justified. And anything else, my good man?
Yeah, he's
Anything
gonna
else?
He's gonna two long lasers at the other heavy mech. Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
And that'll be it.
All right.
-2. You
And,
can you need to roll another.
Oh, man, another what?
So I've got long range and medium as well.
I'm confused as to what you're saying.
He's got another weapon group.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got long large laser, and then medium lasers. But there you go.
All right. And next up is this blackjack here, which sees a hellhound, and fuck it. 14 and 11.
14
Didn't
and
it roll
11,
like that
huh?
when it was shooting at my torso?
Because it hates you.
10 and 11, so one hit.
Torso. 4
Yeah,
damage.
Jeez. This
Alright,
guy
cool.
is just.
This guy's a fucking
pinpoint.
ace, man. He doesn't
Yeah.
miss. He does not miss. He
Yeah.
does
He
not
don't
miss. He
Miss.
don't miss. Oh, this guy, he don't miss.
So
All right.
how bad is that for the Hellhound?
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, this
I still got
blackjack
2.
here is going to spend its turn getting up with its movement, and then it's going to shoot at the hellhound, because
Cool.
fuck you.
So the interesting thing there is if he's got a destroyed leg, then his speed's reduced to 1, so
-1 on each of those attacks.
-2 actually, because I'm
Minus
speed
two,
3.
yeah.
-2, you're right.
So let's do this.
A 14 and a 12.
12. 14.
All right, so it only hits once, and the hit location is the torso again. Oh my god. Oh
You're
my
fucking. You know what?
God.
All right, I'm calling bullshit on your macro.
Yeah, it's
I'm
broken.
calling bullshit. It's busted. No, I mean to be fair, the macro's got the center torso has the most. You get the most chance to hit that. It's the biggest target, so it makes sense.
That's 4 damage.
Sorry, how
to
much
your center
damage?
Torso 4.
All right, that goes internal.
I'll spend my plot point so that it bounces
Okay.
glancing below.
Okay.
Okay.
Woo,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
spend the
beautiful-
plot
that's
point
kind.
you just spent that you're picking up 16 additional contacts moving into the
Bastard.
southeast.
Go to hell. You
And it's now your turn, my good man.
All right. All right. Yeah. So
these the leopards are ready to go on this turn, are they?
Yeah, this upcoming turn they are ready to take
Um,
off. That is correct.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, I am gonna move. I'm gonna go full throttle, but I'm
Okay.
gonna hit this guy right here, this blackjack to the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with my large pulse laser.
Okay.
So remember to subtract 2 from that if you didn't already.
Yep. I did actually. I just
Gonna
rolled
have
an
plus
11.
4 right now, technically. Effectively.
Roll them bones.
Oh,
my
yeah, that's
man.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was...
It's all right.
That's poopy.
I mean, what do you expect? You're putting a bunch of green pilots up against at least regulars.
Oh yeah, they're
So-
pretty good guys. You're actually holding your own, all things considered.
So
All things
yeah,
considered, yeah, we're doing a lot better than we should.
yeah, we really should. So yeah, I'm just gonna book it to. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do before I do that? I'm gonna try to hit him with the Streak SRM2s.
I like it.
That's not gonna be, but this is gonna be at no bonus. So,
Yes.
Don't need a bonus.
Execution mech, left arm,
Okay.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, doesn't actually destroy it, but it does
Nope,
do some damage.
that's fine. So I'm moving back here as I'm going for the dropships.
Griffin, Lawrence, you're up next.
You know what? No, I'm gonna stay back where I.
Just get in the
Right.
dropship.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Chuck,
I'm gonna-
start the plane.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on. Fuck it.
Okay,
I'm not
you're
brave
in.
enough to to sacrifice
Willow, you're
myself,
up
especially
next.
when there's nothing I can do.
All right, Willow. Willow will parting gift some LRN 10 at that guy down there because I'm just in range. That's respectable. Hey, it's 1 damage to the right leg and missile damage is
Dang.
nothing as usual.
The streak remains alive.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually gotten extra missile damage.
And
full
in
throttle
this
that way.
moment, the king crab trudges forward, unleashing everything it has on the Atlas.
Oh.
And we watch as just shards of metal, chunks of debris start to come off. And simultaneously, cresting a hill once again has been a theme. You see an additional lance of assault mechs, 2 dire wolves, as well as 2 additional atlases that also start to unload. And there is just this crater of smoke and debris where the Sargent's atlas is standing, and you cannot even see. You're picking him up on sensors, but you can't actually see him as all of this fire is rushing towards him. I'm actually going to spend some plot points here to do some fuckery, as is tradition. But you do hear him, Delta Company, get out of here. That's a goddamn and it cuts out, and you cannot tell if he's still standing or not. But next up is the Stormcrow. Are you gonna leave? Or are you going for the Sergeant? That's the question.
Well, the sergeant
I think
is
we
presumably
should
dead.
respect his. I think we should
I think we
respect
should
his last
respect
wishes.
his last wishes, right? Ooh.
I mean, he's not. I think he's gonna take 1 pace back and unload everything that he's got at that.
There you
Well,
go.
And then you can continue to move. Yeah. So what I'm going to say is he's actually getting some cover because the ground around that Atlas is just, there's smokes and debris all around right now. But you can definitely still shoot at him. You can pick him up on sensors. That's a miss.
So lasers first, then missiles. 15. Come on. Oh my god.
Oh,
Man, that guy's a
Um,
plus 10?
He does.
Fucking wild.
Probably an elite.
Considering what we've been up against, we've been doing really well.
We
I
did
mean, all things
great.
considered, you're doing pretty good. I think you're actually
Really
going to
well.
live.
We just need to get the fuck out of here. That's so easy.
Man, 6 turns felt like a long time when it was at turn 0.
Well,
Now
you're.
we're at like turn 6. It was a long time.
Well, it's just yeah, it's good.
Okay. I think that's it.
And then get on the dropship. Perfect.
Yeah.
So our parting scene here, if I may embellish for a moment, I'm actually gonna do this, and I'm going to play some more somber music as we zoom out a little bit. And as all of you literally run up the ramps, you hear the engines of the dropships kick in, and potentially, jumping out of your mechs, getting in a position, maybe looking out some of the windows of the dropship, you see the parting shot is the good Sergeant's Atlas still up, missing a leg. Its AC-20 arm down, but it is rushing towards the King Crab, and you watch as he brings that left fist up and punches through the cockpit of this King Crab, pulling it back, and you see the cockpit in its hand. And as the Atlas turns towards all of you, a side view, you watch as the dropships start to accelerate up in, and we zoom into the cockpit of that Atlas, and you see the Sargent, bloodied, battered, his helmet cracked, simply just smile as it then takes to its back about a half a dozen AC-20 rounds and explodes. That, my friends, is where we will end Session 5 of Mechwarrior Destiny, Salvaged Destiny. What a fight! Holy crap.
Did everybody manage to get on board? Were we literally just waiting for fuel? We didn't leave anybody else behind?
Nobody was left behind. You got the full 6 rounds. You managed to hold them off the entire time, and wow. I thought I was going to get you guys there for a little bit. I really did. All those torso hits on Willow, like, holy crap. I want to say that I'm looking at the map right now at the Roll20, and y'all only have 4 spendable resources. You went through everything. I think the only people that you have 2 left, Lawrence, plot points, 1 on Cyprian, 1 on Steve. Everyone else burned all of their resources, which I'm so grateful for. That was absolutely awesome. And I want to just commend you all for holding the line. And I got to ask, how did the fight feel? Did it feel properly epic? Because that's what I was trying to go for.
It felt harrowing
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, it
It
felt
awesome.
Yeah, it was stressful. It was good.
Good. I'm really glad. I put some thought into this one and actually bounced some ideas off of Aaron without ruining it. And so I just want to say congrats. And
You sure did.
by the way, those D100 rolls were to determine who of Delta Company B might have made it out of the palace, and you all failed. So I was like, well, I gotta give him at least 1, because that's
Oh my God.
shitty.
So we killed them.
Fantastic. We killed
Maybe,
both
I
of
don't
them.
know. You at least saved Yinny, who's going to
Jesus.
be a little bit shell-shocked in this moment. And you know what? She's going to confirm with you. We'll go into this next session as it's going to actually take place aboard these dropships as you're making your way in. We're going to have to determine. We'll do that off stream here, but it's just a great session, everybody. I had a blast, and this is where things are really going to start to open up for you guys, and it's going to be a lot more driven by your decisions of where you want to go. And I know it was a little bit of a longer session, but thank you guys for sticking with us. And for our viewers, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you had as much fun as these crazy hound dogs did. But as I always say, thank you for watching and happy gaming. We will catch you guys next week, Saturday, 2 p.m. for session 6. And I'm excited to see where these gentlemen go. But in the meantime, be well and be safe out there, everybody. Cheers.